Hello, my loves. Juliana Helmicke, coming to you live. Oh, I haven't said that in a while. Well, because we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Well, Juliana Helmicke coming to you live on YouTube and Facebook. We are doing the God Wants to Talk to You challenge. Yesterday was a very eventful, exciting day, breakthrough-wise. And today we shift a little bit. And we read and contemplate, and then we read again. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, being in service to your loved ones is always a very powerful thing to do across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. Never be afraid to give too much love, and never be afraid to receive too much love. Do everything you can to stretch your heart's capacity to feel love. When love circulates in a family system, it has the greatest healing and cleansing power. Any resistance that shows up and that is being breathed and loved through is incredible alchemy accomplished. When loving and getting loved feels sticky, it is especially important to allow it in and out. When love flows freely, it feels light, easy, blissful, natural. Resistance showing up means you are doing something of true value. Resistance is a part of you that says, I need more love and attention, but I am afraid to open. Love the resistance as it is your way shore, and then gently breathe love into all the aspects and moments of your life that have been waiting for your loving gaze for years or decades or lifetimes. Quietly, patiently. Love is always a good idea. All love, God. It's always lovely. Okay, so what I see, the way I, see the programming of our universe is that so we're all connected in the field. And in relationship, because the universe is a system of relationships, it's a relational universe, people say. Because the universe sprung from singularity. It was one point, and then the universe existed. And now the universe experiences itself in relationship. And yes, me as a singular point of, observation and consciousness. I am a singular point, and you are one, and the next person one, and the tree is one. But, well, the tree, let's just leave the tree out. Let's just talk about humans for now. It's a little too complex otherwise. But as humans, we do have our singular consciousness, but we experience ourselves in relationship to everything. We have our moments where we, experience life sitting down, closing our eyes, and just being. But most of the work, the alchemy that we are here to do, to bring everything into our loving awareness, alchemize it back into love, back into the frequency of love, clear everything from what is not love, because it's actually not that things come to us and we shift it from not love to love, but everything that is has the undercurrent, the essence of love. And so what we're doing is just cleanse everything from what it is not. And anything else but love, the thing is not. We are not. So that is the work that we all do, that humanity does, that the universe does. Us being just an expression of the whole of this universe. And around me, there are relations, me relating, that have great potential to alchemize a lot. And every step that I take, every word that I say, every breath that I take has in it alchemy that happens. And then there are moments and relationships that have more potential than others. And the people who are closest to us, our family, usually, has the greatest potential for this alchemy to take place. And so the work that we do, our inner work with ourselves first, that's where we all start. And then the healing work that we do in our family system has the greatest potential, has the greatest ripple effect in the universe. Because the way I see it, the way it looks to me is it's like there's a word for that. It's it's like a it's this like doll figure, but it's empty inside. And then when you open it, there's a smaller doll inside. And then a smaller doll and smaller. And you could like line them up if you like put them all next to each other. And then it's like it started with like a big doll and it gets smaller. And then at the end it's like a teeny tiny doll. And so somehow this image just came to me. And it's like with me in the center, my loved ones, my closest family is lined up around me, basically. And we're all points of light, and they're all connections between us that are lighting up. And then my extended family is a little further out. And then perhaps my closest friends are also a little further out. And then acquaintances, I don't know if I said this right, but people that I don't have such a close relationship in my life are a little further out, a little further out, a little further out. And the closer the people are to me, the light points of the people, the denser the light gets, the higher the potential of the healing work gets. And I have written a piece once, I remember now, where I say something like, when parents look at their children and have such strong opinions about how one should live their life, and it goes the other way around as well. Like a lot of children have strong opinions about their parents as well. But especially looking down, one generation looking down to the next generation, to their children. This is like the most common case, probably, where the parents have such strong opinions about how one should live their life. And what came to me when I wrote that piece was that as we heal, as we do healing work, we influence everything in the cosmos. Always. We always do that. But especially 7 generations forward and 7 generations backwards, are being influenced by our healing work. So the universe, as it's just operating through us, and some of us are more conscious of what the universe inside of us would love, what God wants to experience through us. But what happens is that one generation looks to the next generation and sees the absolute strong potential for changing the course of a bloodline, of an ancestral line, sees the potential of dissolving and what's the word I'm looking for? Dissolving and um, resolution or something. Um, the things that we carry for generations, 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 like our whole ancestral line. We can imagine them being lined up behind us and just hoping that they all went whatever they went through and what they carried with them, what they did not manage to dissolve in their own life. It's being passed down, passed down, passed down, and it all lives in me right now. And I have the chance by doing the alchemy, doing the inner work, healing myself to heal all of them. Energetically, they're waiting for me to resolve what they could not. And they're all waiting and they're like, yes, you can do it. But as spirits, they cannot put pressure on me, but they're waiting eagerly still. But my parents, they feel that same pressure. Not is it pressure? It depends on what the lens that we basically have. It's never supposed to be pressure, negative pressure. It's just supposed to be like a great love for that potential to be used. And so they feel the same tension, the potential that's just building and building, and they look to their children and they feel all that and they look to their children and they're like, you can do it. But depending on how much inner work they have done, it comes out as, oh my God, child, I just wish you live your most loving, your most free, your most joyful life. And I will do everything in my power to support you in that. I will gift you with love and freedom. Or if they don't have the awareness, it comes out as, well, I think I know how to live a good life. And I will just vomit all this on you. But it's basically the universe realizing the ultimate potential of experiencing healing. And that is why the relationships, the potential, the light, what we were building before, me at the center, and then the closest family, and then the extended family and friends, and like, but the light at the center, and also the strings that connect me with my closest family, they hold the greatest potential of healing in the universe. And so the work that we do in a family system, where it sometimes feels very sticky, because that's also where pain happened, where we have hurt each other. But that's where it's most important, and where just everyone in the universe is like so grateful if we do the work and we don't shy away from it because we feel resistance, but actually realize the resistance is where we need the most love, gentle love. We don't want to push it, we don't want to push ourselves, but The resistance is actually showing us, yes, here I was hurting. Here I am hurting. Here I need love. And what just came through for me with this letter today is it's not, okay, so I do the inner work here and then I also do it over there. But it's actually like the most important, the most sacred part to do this work with our closest people. And the ripple effect that we have on all the generations before us and all the generations that will come after us is incredible. It's incredible. All right, I'll read again. Dear God, what would you have me know today? My love, being in service to your loved ones is always a very powerful thing to do across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. Never be afraid to give too much love, and never be afraid to receive too much love. Do everything you can to stretch your heart's capacity to feel love. When love circulates in a family system, it has the greatest healing and cleansing power. Any resistance that shows up and that is being breathed and loved through is incredible alchemy accomplished. When loving and getting loved feels sticky, it is especially important to allow the love in and out. When love flows freely, it feels light, easy, blissful, natural. Resistance showing up means we are doing something of true value. Resistance is a part of us that says, I need more love and attention, but I am afraid to open. Love the resistance as it is your way, sure. And then gently breathe love into all the aspects and moments of your life that have been waiting for your loving gaze to meet them for years or decades or lifetimes. Quietly, patiently. Love is always a good idea. All love, God. All right, my loves. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.